decided to come on. All right, so yeah, we've discovered some issues. Gotta love issues, right? So before I went to put this thing all back together again, I took a band, a brandy new band here, and I stuck it up on here like so, like that, and it was colliding with the auger, and that's not a good thing. So we were looking to find out what was bent, and Cody crawled underneath there and he's like, hey, I think I see a bent thing. And so we took a 25-ton jack and we stuck it against the tire.
Don't show that too close.
Huh?
Don't show you that.
It's okay. But anyway, yeah, so it bent. It was bent, this tube, at that pivot point. Now, down at the other end, it is doing the exact same thing. So I'm going to go over there. I'll show you that, but I'm going to crawl under there, lay on that cardboard, crawl under there. I'm going to put a little bit of heat on it until it actually moves the way I want it to move. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but if you look down there, this tube on this side is bent backwards as well. So that's the plan. I'm just going to heat it up and see if we can get it to move just a little bit. It only needs to just move a little bit. I think we're about done. We're going to let this thing cool off. We put the heat there and jacked it off of that tire. You can see there's pressure on it, but if you look down there, it looks pretty friggin' good. I'd say we're about to factory setting. And what has happened is we got into mud last year and pushed a bunch of mud and actually bent it right there, and that's what was causing our issues. A couple of issues, right? Open this guy up if I can. And it looks like that is square again, which it is. I wonder what the other side looks like. That side's square. So what it was doing, the worst part.
Yeah, this plate's square now. It's touching down here at the bottom before.
Which plate?
It was touching here before.
Oh yeah, good.
Now it's even all the way down.
That's good. So that'll get that auger away from the band. Hopefully that does it. Yep, they should be only about a ½ an inch away to 3/4 of an inch away. That's all, in which they are, which is good. So I don't know what it looks like here. I was afraid it was going to relax back, but it didn't. Hey, wait till I get over there. So yeah, I think we're good. We got the new bushings in. I haven't gotten that Zerk cut in there yet, which I'm gonna do anyway. Right here, I'm just gonna put a. I can't because of all that apparatus. I don't know, maybe just squirt some oil in there every once in a while on this side. I don't think it's gonna be a problem because they're not calling for a grease Zerk. But tomorrow's job, we'll put all the new chains on, and I think it'll be good, and then we'll release that. We'll release that jack and call that a day. Hey, go ahead and pull one of those spark plugs off, Tim. Did you turn the key on?
Yeah, I turned the key on.
You're sure it's on? Because it will turn over either way. All right.
You can't put that Zerk like right. No, because you got the chain.
No, the chain's in the way. I'm not even going to worry about it. It's got that bronze bushing and that oil bronze bushing in there, and if we can get enough oil or grease to run into it, I think we'll be all right. Tomorrow's job, we'll put the rotor on, put the chains on, and then what else were we going to do to it? Oh, the VFS. Got to tear that VFS apart. Oh, I've got the other in the box. I got that other one of these.
Yeah, I saw it. Where's it go?
Oh, on the other front, on the other side. I shall show you. It goes. No, I guess it is the other. Wait a minute.
Oh, there's none that goes.
Yeah, you're right. It's just this here. It's here. I've seen the hole. There's a hole there.
Oh, it's this one.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Yep. It's the third hole. It works without them, but I had to buy a new shield for that, so we'll just drill that out and then weld it from behind.
Yeah.
That's all they do, they require, so. And everything else looks pretty good.
Either they suck at plug welding or their plug welds don't do the job.
Yeah, I think they just don't know what, they suck at plug welding, because I've had several of those.
This one, I put a fillet, that's a fillet weld, and now it's good.
Yeah. Well, that had like a keyway that it would set down in.
Yeah, but then they just plug welded on the backside.
Right. Hey Tim, do you know where the other half of this thing is?
No, I don't.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find it.
I thought it got lost.
It didn't get lost.
It's in the shop.
It's in the shop because you guys took it off. When we were in North Carolina or on the Eastern Shore, it blew up when Teresa blew that thing up. But we put it back on.
We took it off right before we put
the
new clutch on.
That's right. Well, it's around here someplace. I think we know
I
who did
didn't
it.
hear.
Yeah, I bet. Let's see if this truck will start, Tim. Hit it. No, it wants to go. You don't have another 6-volt battery laying around here, do you?
Hmm?
You don't have another 6-volt battery laying around here, do you?
No, I don't.
She wants to go. Yeah, give her a shot. Oh, it just wants to go. Anyway, so the truck did not start. Timothy was doing a live stream with, on Instagram, I believe it was. And, yeah, it was definitely Instagram. I hit my head on the damn hood, cursed like a sailor, and, But anyways, enough of that being said. The baler, we got that straightened out. I am going to head over there right now. It is getting kind of late in the morning. I usually try to, at this time of year, I don't get over there early, but 9:30 is when I usually show up. Gonna go over and start putting the rotor back together, put that in, and then start putting the bands on. Everything should clear, because with that bent spine, that's what that's called, is a spine. Once you bend that spine, it actually twists the augers so that the tips of the augers are facing forward. And the tips of the augers come forward, the bands come back, and the augers were catching the ends of the stripper bands and tearing them off, making a hell of a mess, clanking them, banging, and just making a hell of a mess. So what we did when Cody discovered it, that was actually bent, because I didn't see it. I wasn't looking. I was looking in another spot. I thought maybe that it got tweaked up towards where the augers were, but he discovered that it was bent in the back. And once he did that, I'm like, hey, you know what? We just jack that sucker forward, put some heat to it, and get it like 99% of the way. We'll be golden. And yeah, it is. And you would not believe how hard it was to bend that back. And today, I'm thinking today, I'm like, or this morning when I woke up, I'm thinking, what I should probably I got some flat stock, a heavy flat stock. I should probably just grind it out at the top and the bottom and weld at least a foot or two of flat steel to the face of that thing, maybe jack it forward and weld it on the ends, and then a couple of spots in the middle so that when it does relax, it goes up against that flat stock, and or not up against it, but that flat stock will hold it straight and give it a little more strength, because anytime you bend something like that, it becomes weak and more susceptible to be bent. Now, because it's bent and it, for so long, steel has a memory. Believe it or not, it does have a memory. It wants, in the beginning, when you bend something, it wants to go back to its original form. But once the cellular makeup or the structural makeup of the steel becomes relaxed in its newly bent form, then it's very hard to get it to go back to its original form. That's why it will always, at this point, we could bend it forward and it'll relax back, somewhere's in the middle of its, the bent form of it. So that's why we heated it up, got all those molecules excited, and I actually left the jack on there until it cooled. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and get a piece of foot, maybe foot and a half of flat steel that I have in the back there, about 3/8 or a ½ inch thick, and I'm going to weld it fast there and just build up the strength of that thing, because it's going to want to go back to its bent form, and I don't want that. So this baler is 52,000 bales. We're going over this thing with a fine-tooth comb. I know I've got a lot of people that are saying, oh, wouldn't it be just cheaper to trade that in and get a new one? They're $235,000. $235,000, or me, my nephews, and my son, Tim, go over the baler and find any fractures, cracks, worn parts and pieces. Literally $7,500 worth of pieces will be going into that thing. That's it. Not $100,000, $7,500. Let's just round it up a little bit, because I did buy new chains. I didn't have to. They're not terrible, but I'm going to put all brand new chains and stuff on there. Let's just say, in the end, if I get $8,500 worth of stuff, parts and pieces into that thing, that's a far cry from $235,000. It is. It's a far cry. Now I can buy a new Krone baler. There's one sitting out at Messick's right now for $270,000 to $280,000, or $180,000 to $170,000 to $180,000. I believe that's what the price is on that one. That's still a far cry from $8,500. So anyway, guys, just sit back, relax. We're going to use this baler until it gets 100,000 bales or close to it. I do want to buy a new baler for 2022. I got to talk to Mike or April or someone and say, hey, this is what I need. I want it ordered for spring of 2022. But I don't really want to do that until I see where the pricing for mulch hay is, because I may be shifting a little more towards the grain market on that. I do have some other farms I'm trying to pick up, but you just got to bear with me on this thing. This equipment is extremely expensive to buy new. It is not. I mean, if you take $8,500, and in all honesty, $8,500, and we've done, that baler has baled about 11,000, 12,000 bales this year. So do the math. It's pennies per bale, not dollars, pennies. About 50 cents, 60 cents, 50, 60 cents. That's it. So anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. I'm going to work.